Hallelujah, name is Christ. We continue to study the topic purpose in our hearts, in our life.
哈利路亚，奉主是圣名，我们要继续来查考这个励志的这个主题。
I think every single one of us are able to make a determination.
我想每一个人都会在不同的阶段来为自己来励志做一些事情。
But quite often, our determination does not last for too long.
但是呢，我们下定决心的这个时间可能不会持续的太久。
For example, when you and I want to lose weight,
那比如说我们这个立志决心要来减肥，
and we always start with like the New Year resolution, right, to lose weight.
那可能我们每年的新年新希望就是要减肥。
And only within a couple of weeks into the New Year, we already gain weight.
可是呢，可能新年一过，这个1-2个礼拜，我们恐怕就已经开始增加体重了。
Just like many young people after NYTS, they want to make determination to pray at least half an hour a day.
那就像参加青年神训班，很多的青年呢之后，决定要来花长时间来祷告。
We know that only several months later, they went to their old self, their old ways.
但是呢，可能几个月不到的时间，大家又回到本来的生活形态。
That's why Daniel is such a good character for us to emulate from.
所以但以理真的是一个非常好能够让我们来学习的一个对象。
Because even though he lived in a foreign land,
虽然他在外邦，
but he's a chosen people of God.
但是呢，他是神的选民。
And throughout 4 kings, he never compromised his faith.
那他经历了4个不同的王，但他在信仰上从来不妥协。
But each kings, God allowed Daniel to find favor in those kings.
那在每一个这个王的在位期间，神让这些王都能够看到但以理的不同的好处。
Why? Because Daniel had great faith in God.
因为但以理他对神有很大的信心。
So that's why when King Nebuchadnezzar took the young man, the first thing he wanted to do is to let them speak another language.
所以尼布甲尼撒王把这些青年人带来，那第一个他要他们做的事就是要来叫他来说他们的语言。
No, the same thing for Satan.
这对撒旦来说也是一样
He
的。
does not want us to speak the language of God.
那撒旦不要我们来说这个神国的语言，
He does not want us to love to pray to our Heavenly Father.
那他也不要我们这个有想要来跟神祷告的心。
And nowadays he's doing a very good job at that.
那最近呢，尤其呢，这个撒旦这个在这方面做得非常好。
Because we know that very few members really love to pray. Very few members love to pray.
那我知道，因为真的不是很多的信徒喜欢祷告。
I think in the fall, I don't know, I've been to 6, 7 spiritual convocation already.
那在今年的这个秋季呢，我现在已经参加了6、7场不同的这个灵恩布道会。
And the prayer session is always the least amount of members.
那所有的这个在祷告会的期间，似乎这个是最少信徒参加的
Especially the morning prayer.
尤其是早祷会。
Why? Because we just feel it's really not that important.
因为很多人都觉得这不重要。
If the prayer session starts at 7 a.m., then it's understandable. Right?
那如果这个早祷会呢是早上7点就要开始，那或许我们可能有一点理由说可以不参加。
Just like this morning, our prayer session started at 9:30.
但呢，我们就像今天早上早祷会是9点半开始，
That is very late.
其实已经算是非常晚开
And
始了。
also all the other churches, we also start at the earliest maybe 9 a.m.
那就算其他的教会早祷会，这个最早恐怕也是9点钟开始。
But we don't feel that it's that important to come and pray.
但呢，或许我们觉得没有到那样子的重要性，要我们要来极力的来参
And
加。
sometimes we, at home all week without speaking to God.
那有的时候在家，甚至一整个礼拜，我们也没有觉得有这个需要，来跟神来做交谈。
But we know that's very important.
但我们要知道，这其实是非常重要的。
In any relationship, communication is key to open up and to be close to one another.
那任何种类的这个关系，都必须要能够有良好的沟通。
And the second thing here in verse 4 in Daniel chapter 1.
那第二个是就是在chapter 1 verse 1。
Yeah, chapter 1 verse 4.
再要讲的是这个但以理书第1章第4节。
He also wanted them to be taught, the literature of the Chaldeans.
那这个王他也希望这些青年人能够学习这个他国家里的这些学问跟知识。
So Nebuchadnezzar's goal is for the chosen people of God to, to know everything about the culture of the Chaldeans.
那这个尼布甲尼撒王，他希望这些这个神国的人能够来学习他这个加勒底的这些文字语言跟他们的这些文学。
And the best way to do that is for them to read the literature.
那能够就是最能够达到这个目标的方式，就是让他们来研读他们的这些这个文学，或者是他们的他们的这些文献。
If you go to Hawaii,
如果你到了这个夏威夷
a lot of people lived there, in the beginning, actually, they're Pacific Islanders, they're from Samoa, they're from Fiji, they're from all different places.
那如果
They're like, the people live in Hawaii, they're not only Hawaiians, but they all come from different, from different Pacific Islanders,
所以
different
这
islands.
个夏威夷的这个当地的居民，其实不是只有这个就是原本就是住在夏威夷的人，也有一些在这个附近一些其他岛屿的一些居民也可能会就是一起或者是搬到这个夏威夷来居住。
But what's interesting that, they always try their best to keep their culture.
但很有趣的呢，就是他们通常都还能够继续保持他们本身的文化。
But each culture have their own uniqueness.
那每一个文化呢，他们都有他自己的独特的地
But
方。
after being in Hawaii for many, many years,
但是呢，在夏威夷很多年之后，
they just learn things of the Western world.
那他们可能学习到了这些这个西方世界的这些文明一些文化，
And they forget actually who they are, where they came from.
所以他们就慢慢的忘记了他们本身的身份，或者是他们是从哪里来的。
So that's why for us, if you and I do not continue to read the scriptures,
所以就像我们一样，如果我们没有持续不断的来读经，
we forget where we come from,
我们可能就忘了我们的根本在
or
哪
what
里
we're，doing here,
或者是我们为什么在
or
这
what
里，
is the purpose of our life, for the future.
或者是我们将来生活的这个意义是什么。
But instead, because we read so many literature in this world, and Satan wants us to know about the things in this world,
那当然，我们如果在这世上，我们学习或者是把这个所有世上的这些知识，都熟读，那这当然是魔鬼要我们做的事情。
we know it's nothing wrong to learn the languages in this world, or read the literature in this world. There's nothing wrong with any of those
那
things.
当然，在世上，学习世界上的各种语言，或者是学习世界上的这些知识，似乎不是什么错的事情。
But we don't forget where we come from and who we are.
但是呢，我们绝对不要忘记我们真实的身份，还有我们到底是从哪里来的。
That's why God said you and I have to live in this world,
所以神说，我们必须要生活在这个世上，
but we cannot be conformed to things of this world.
但是呢，我们并不要绝对不要绝对不要被这个世界所改变。
We must continue to transform ourselves above this world.
但我们必须要能够这个转变，然后能够超越这个世界。
And that's something is very difficult to do.
那这是不容易做到的。
But it's possible for Daniel.
但是呢，对但以理来讲是
He was
可
able
能
to
的。
transform himself above all those culture, all those race, all those literature, and all those languages during that time.
那他在那个时候，他有办法能够让他自己可以超越不论是哪一国的语言、文字或者是文化，他有办法能够更加的能够穿越这所有的
And also-
越过这所有的一切。
And let's also read verse 6 and 7.
我们来看第6节到第7节，
Daniel chapter 1, verse 6 and verse 7.
但以理书第1章第6到第7节。
Now found among those of the son of Judah were Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah, verse 7.
第7，
To them the chief, the eunuchs, gave names. He gave Daniel the name Belteshazzar, to Hananiah, Cedric, to Mishael, Meshach, and to Azariah, Abednego. So we can see here that not only they want them to learn their literature or learn their language, they also want to change their identity.
那我们可以从这里看到，那王不仅仅是要他们来学他们当地的语言，或者是这些文字或者是文学，而是连他们的名字都要把它给变了。
Because names actually, tells who we are.
因为名字可以来分别我们到底是谁。
For example, my name is Vuthy.
那比如我的名字呢是武帝，
Actually, there's no other race in this whole world besides Cambodian named Vuthy.
那其实在世界上没有任何的国度或者是语言会有人的名字叫做 Vuthy。
But if you go to Cambodian, Vuthy is a very common name.
但是呢，如果你真的到了柬埔寨，这个 Vuthy 这个名字是很普遍的。
When you hear someone name is Vuthy, then you know, you don't have to see them, but you know they are Cambodian.
那如果你听到有一个人的名字叫 Vuthy， 虽然你没有看到他本人，但你已经知道他是个柬埔寨人。
And if you look at all the Cambodian last name,
那如果你看这个柬埔寨人的姓，
most of the time it's only three letter, right? Like my last name is Nol, N-O-L. That's it. Like the last name is very, very short.
那通常这个姓呢都是很短，大概就是3个字母。像我的姓呢就是 Noel， 就这样3个字母就没有了。
So quite often when I read a name somewhere and the name is very short and then is Asian, like you know it's Asian, most likely it's Cambodian, right? Like sometimes like S-A-O-P-I-N, like it's only 3 words. I mean 3 letter last name. Most time is Cambodian.
所以对我来讲，如果有时候我看一些名字，如果我看到这个姓呢只有3个字母的话，那我就可以判断这其实是一个柬埔寨人的名字。
And the opposite, you know, Hawaiians, their last name is so long, right? A lot of Hawaiian last name, they're so long.
那这样比较起来，夏威夷人的这个姓其实都很长。
And that's why when I'm in Hawaii for the last 10 years, I hardly know any of them last name, right? They're just too long a last name. The Hawaiian, their last name is way too long.
所以我在夏威夷的这个前10年当中，我没有办法把任何人的这个姓给记起来，因为每一个人的姓都非常的长。
So here, just like King Nebuchadnezzar want to change, you know, Daniel and his friends, you know, their identity, who they are, what they are.
所以在这里呢，尼布甲尼撒王他要把这个但以理跟他的朋友把他们的名字给改了，因为想要来改变他们的这个对自己的认知。
And look, the names they gave to Daniel and his 3 friends is all the names their gods, right? It's not like some, you know, ordinary name. It's some cool name that they gave from the Babylonian, right? Like Daniel, his name Belshazzar, right? That's their god, that's their king, right?
所以这些名字呢，其实都是当时他们这个在当地这个巴比伦他们的不同的神的名字所以就像这个但以理的名字被改成伯提沙撒，这也就是他们这个巴比伦的神的其中一个神的名字。
You can see nowadays, right, for us as Christian, it's hard to separate us. Are we Christian or we unbelievers, right? Sometimes exactly this, you know, we act the same way, we do things the same way. We are no different than all other people in the world.
那我们在想，这个我们现在在世上，有的时候好像身为基督徒跟非基督徒，我们所做所行似乎跟其他人也没有什么两样。
I know sometimes when you go to a wedding banquet for TJC members, and if you don't know anyone there, you see the banquet is exactly like Gentiles, right? It's no different at all.
那甚至有的时候我们去参加这个教会信徒的这个婚礼，如果你没有刻意的去想，其实参加婚礼的这个过程，你可能觉得跟一般外邦人的婚礼似乎也没有什么两样。
But actually, I've been to other weddings. People don't believe in Jesus, they don't believe in God, but their wedding is very, I guess, they have a lot of reverence, right? And it's very peaceful, right? It's just very nice, right? It's very nice, very calm.
那我也参加过就是不是基督徒的这个朋友的婚礼，那他们这个婚礼的过程似乎好像反倒是感觉起来就是这个整个的气氛比较肃穆，然后大家觉得这整个的过程比较庄重。
And sometimes we spend in the world so long in the world and then we forget that we are Christian. It doesn't matter in church, outside the church, at work, at school, we are still Christian. Who we are, we can never get rid of it.
那有的时候，因为我们在这世上已经很久了，所以可能逐渐，我们可能就开始渐渐的忘了，我们到底是谁，或者是我们应该要怎么样的来应对。
So I shared with some of you before, I did not like my name Vuthy, right? Because Vuthy is not a, I just didn't like it when I was little.
我想跟大家分享过，我有一段时间我就是不喜欢我的名字叫 Vuthy。
Especially when kids used to call me Vuthy, Tootie, Udi, Yudi, whatever they call me, that kind of names, right?
那因为当时我还小的时候，我身边的一些这个朋友，就开始取笑我，把我的名字这个乱取各式各样的绰号。
And then at one point I changed my name to Tom. I was Tom, right?
所以有一段时间呢，我就把我的名字就改了，我想叫做汤姆。
So and you see, and then I didn't like it too much. So when I was baptized in the Greek church, I changed my name to William.
那因为我还是不是很喜欢我自己的名字，所以我在这个希腊东正教那边受洗的时候，我又把我的名字改了，改叫威廉。
Yeah, and now my name is Frankie. Right?
那现在呢，我的名字呢叫做这个法兰克。
And the reason I choose my name Frankie because my adopted father's name is Frank. So when I'm a little one, so I call it Frankie.
那我之所以叫做这个法兰克小法兰克的原因呢，是因为我的养父的名字是法兰克，所以我的这个取的名字叫小法兰克。
So when I communicate with people outside the church, I just say my name is Frankie.
所以呢，我如果跟不是教会的人做沟通，或者是有一些接触的话，我就直接告诉他们我的名字叫小法兰克。
Why? Because the minute we change our names, we change our identity.
那因为我们如果改名字的话，就表示我们已经改变了我们的身份。
And that's why even though we are born in this country, sometimes and when we are born, of course, we have an English name, but our parents always tend to give us also Chinese name. Right?
那就算我们在这个国家出生长大，我们会在这里有这个美国名字，可是如果我们家里这个长辈这个父母亲，比如说是这个有中国的这个背景文化的话，通常他们还是会给我们这个下一代有一个中国的名字，
You're like
中
Pastor
文的名
Sam.
字。
Pastor Sam, you have a Chinese name?
所以我们的这
Yeah,
个
you do, right?
Sam 传道，他也有他自己的这个
Thomas,
中
you have
文
a
名
Chinese
字。
name?
所以 Thomas 也有中文
Calvin,
名
you have
字。
a Chinese name? Yes.
所以 Calvin 也是有中文名
Yeah,
字。
we all, when we are born here, even though our name is Calvin, Sam, Thomas, but our parents always want us to have the Chinese name to know who we are, what we are.
所以就算我们在这里出生长大，那你可能有英文名字 Sam、Calvin、Thomas， 可是你还是都有你自己的中文名字。
Actually, my Cambodian name, actually, I have another name, but it sounds like a swear word, so I don't use it. It sounds like a swear word in Cambodian.
那我其实这个柬埔寨的这个话里头，我其实另外还有一个名字，可是因为这个名字听起来好像讲脏话，所以我就不太喜欢用那个名字。
Yeah, so my name is Ajoy, right? Ajoy, that's people call me Ajoy all the time when I was younger, but that sounds like the F word in Cambodian, so it's not a good name. It's still not a good name.
所以我这个柬埔寨话有另外一个名字叫Joy。
Ajoy, yeah.
Ajoy， 那个字，其实在柬埔寨话里头听起来很像是在骂脏话，所以我就不喜欢用那个名字。
Of course, when I was little, my friend never called me by that name. They just called me by the swear word, right? So I had to stop. Okay, don't call me that anymore.
那当然，我的朋友小时候他们当然就会喜欢用刚刚那个我不喜欢的名字来叫我，所以我会跟他们说不要用那个名字。
But that name is very, very Cambodian. If you know that name, you're like, oh, he's a Cambodian kid,
但是呢，如果你听到那个名字，你知道的话，其实那个名字是一个非常非常这个有柬埔寨文化的一个名字。
So, we should not allow Satan to change who we are, what we are.
所以我们绝对不要让撒旦来改变我们的身份，改变我们对自己的认知。
And then look at verse 6 and verse 7.
请看第6节、第7节。
But Daniel purposed in his heart, I'm sorry, that should be verse 8, verse 8, yeah, verse 8.
第8节。
But Daniel purposed in his heart that he would not defile himself with the portion of the king's delicacy, nor with the wine which he drank. Therefore request of the chief of the eunuchs that he might not defile himself.
第8节，但以理却立志不以王的善和王所饮的酒玷污自己，所以求太监长容他不玷污自己。
So we can see here not only that, Daniel, he not only purposely, right, the purpose inside his heart that, during that time, even though people were lack of food and they would love to have any food to eat, never mind the food from the king's table.
所以在那个时候，但以理还立志，在关于饮食上，他有他自己的决心。当时的人其实，如果就算不是王所给的膳食，我想就是任何类别的食物，大家应该都会很喜欢。
I mean, during time the occupancy of the Babylonians for the chosen people, there's not enough food to eat, enough water to drink. So now Daniel have this great opportunity, right? To have this great food, but he said, you know what? I'm not gonna eat it. Why? Because it might defile me as the chosen people of God.
那在那时候，他们是被这个巴比伦人所这个捉拿，或者是所监禁的人。那当时如果能够有食物吃，就应该是很不错。那对但以理跟这些被拣选的这些年轻人来讲，他们是真的是格外的有这种特别的优势，可以来吃王所赐给的饮食。
And that's why nowadays you and I really had to make this great determination.
那当时但以理他决定不要用饮食来玷污自己，所以我们今天也是一样，我们要能够立志。
You know, sometimes we waste our spiritual life by going to a college that have, no church and stuff there at all.
那有的时候，我们可能在这个做这个念大学的选择的时候，可能会选甚至考虑去完全没有教会的地方。
But of course, if we pray a lot, we put this into prayer, and God really wants us to go to college to fulfill His purpose, and then you will know. Maybe God wanted me to start a campus, fellowship, a new church, whatever is there. But you and I have to pray really hard for God's will.
那当然，如果我们真的是祷告非常非常的努力，而且如果真的是有神给你的感动说，真的是就算你在一个没有其他信徒的这个学校或者是的这个一个区域，那或许真的神是他的旨意是让你在那里可以甚至成立一个校园团契，可是但是这个是要经过这个非常努力认真的祷告。
Sometimes the process of working to fulfill our livelihood, but we have to be very careful. Of course, we need to eat, we need to drink, we need to do all these things, but make sure the process we're doing do not sin against God.
那有的时候可能我们会对于某一些事情我们会有一些这个立志或者一些打算那当然我们就是要非常的留意这个过程当中我们不要犯罪来得罪神。
Of course, there's nothing wrong to eat the delicacies.
那当然来吃王的膳食也不是什么罪。
But make sure this delicacy is from God Himself.
但是呢，我们希望这个这么好的膳食呢是
Because if
从神而
Satan
来。
offers us this delicacy,
因为如果撒旦他给我们吃由他而来的这些很好的食物，
quite often has side effect.
那常常都会有一些负面的影响。
And the side effect is maybe to draw ourselves away from God.
那这个影响呢，就是让我们离神越来越远。
So whatever you and I are enjoying in the pleasure of this world, I mean, it's nothing wrong to enjoy those things, but we have to be very careful.
那当然，我们活在这世上来享受世上的这些好处，其实也不是什么错，但是我们要非常的小心，才不会因此而这个犯罪得罪神。
I mean, when God created the Garden of Eden,
那当神这个创造了这个伊甸园，
and the Bible said every tree was pleasant to the sight, right?
那神说这所有的一些每一棵树。这个看起来都是悦人眼目
And also good for food.
而且都是他所这个生出的这些果实
So in
都是
other
可
words,
以
it's
吃的。
nothing wrong for us to enjoy the things in this world.
所以对我们来讲，来享受这个世上可以提供给我们的其实好像不是错的事情。
In the book of Proverbs say, it's better to have a dinner of herbs where love is than a fatted calf where hatred is.
那箴言也讲说，让我们能够有非常简单的膳食，大家和睦相处，赢过我们有非常非常美好非常昂贵的食物来吃，可是大家都互相的在这个竞争来吵闹。
But sometimes we feel that we have to choose either one, but actually we can have both. We can have both.
所以从那个箴言看起来，好像我们只能从里头选择其中的一个，其实也是能够做到两者。
Why not have a dinner of fatted calf where love is? Why? We can do that also, right?
我们其实也是可以能够享受这个肥羊美食，然后也同时能够有这个非常平和的气氛的，其实也是可以这样的。
But if we have to choose the two, we must take the first one.
但我们如果只能选择其中一个，那当然我们要选择第一个选择，也就是简单的食物，可是
So
大家
just
很
like
平安。
it's nothing wrong to eat the food of the delicacies.
所以其实吃这些这个美好的食物，其实并不是什么错事。
And enjoy our life just like drinking wine, right?
那享受我们的生命，就好像这个喝酒这些。
Well, the wine is quite often in the Bible represent the enjoyment of this life.
那当然，喝酒、饮酒其实常常就是代表，就是我们在世上来享福。
It's nothing wrong with any of those things.
那这些都不代表是错的，
But make sure has not been offered to idols first.
但我们必须要第一个确认这些东西都并不是
And
先
make sure it's not from Satan.
这个先供给这个偶像，或者是说这些东西都不是从这个撒旦而来。
So you and I must make this great determination.
所以我们今天必须要能够下定我们的决心。
When you and I be able to make this kind of determination,
我们如果今天能够做这样子的决定，
then God's grace will be always upon us.
那神的恩典就会永远与我们同在。
Just like here in verse 9 and verse 10.
那就像第9节、第10节，
Now God had brought Daniel into the favor and goodwill of the chief of the eunuchs.
神使但以理在太监长眼前蒙恩典，受怜悯。
It's interesting when I read this story about the eunuchs and his relationship with Daniel. I see the eunuch is the servant of Daniel, right?
那很有趣，我在看这里的时候，看他这个太监长跟但以理之间的关系，看起来似乎太监长就好像是但以理的这个仆人一样。
And the reason why it seems like that because God was the one moving the eunuch's heart, right, to do as Daniel pleases, right? As Daniel have desire for.
那我之所以会这样讲，是因为神他这个感动了这个太监长的心，然后让他来愿意来提供给这个但以理的需要。
And that's why in verse 10 saying the chief of the eunuchs said to Daniel, I fear my lord the king who has appointed your food and drink, for why should he see your faces looking worse than the young men who are your age? Then you would endanger my head before the king.
所以第10节这里，太监长对但以理说：“我惧怕我主我王，他已经派定你们的饮食。倘若他见你们的面貌比你们同岁的少年人棘手，怎么办好呢？那这样你们就使我的头在王那里难保。”
Actually, this is a very serious matter.
其实这是一个很严重的一个事情，
Because it's not only involving the mass of the eunuch, but also, involving the king, right? The king also.
因为这个并不是只是跟这个太监长有关，而是连这个王这个也跟他有点关系。
So why did the chief of the eunuch willing to do this for Daniel?
所以为什么太监长他愿意来这个帮助这个但以理他所提出的这个要求呢？
Especially when it's in danger his head before the king.
那甚至他愿意这个冒着失去他的人头的这个冒这个险。
The only explanation is that God brought Daniel into the favor and goodwill of the chief eunuch. That's the only explanation.
那唯一的解释呢，就是说神他让这个但以理可以在太监长的眼前蒙恩。
Because the chief of eunuch owed Daniel nothing.
这个太监长其实并没有欠但以理任何事情，
But why is he willing to do this?
但为什么他愿意做这个事情呢？
Because God moved his heart.
因为神感动了他的心。
So the same thing when you and I put God first in our lives.
所以如果我们今天把神放在第一位，
And we make determination to follow all God's commandment.
如果我们愿意来顺从神所有的给我们的诫命，
God will also do his part to set everyone around us also, right, to move their hearts to fulfill our purpose.
那神也会感动我们周围的人，所以能够让他的旨意得到成全。
That if you and I ourselves have great determination,
所以我们要能够下定我们的决心，
and we have the faith that God will take care of everything.
那我们要有信心，神会成就一切。
So during this time, the chief of eunuchs shouldn't just say, Daniel, he just killed Daniel and his friends, right? Right? That's it. He could just do that.
所以这个太监他可能可以就是说，那不行，他可以甚至把他们就都杀了。
But instead, he reasoned with himself, hey, what happened if you don't look too good in this and then my head is before the king. It will be in danger.
所以他在这里呢，他就是把这个情况给他做解释，跟他说，如果你们如果到时候因为没有好好吃，那你们看起来比其他的少年不好，那大家都麻烦，所以他把这个情况解释给他听。
But look at Daniel
那我们来看看但以理
in
怎么
verse
说。
12 and 13.
第12节、13节。
Say, please test your servants for 10 days and let them give us vegetables to eat and water to drink. Verse 13.
13
Then let our appearance be examined before you, and the appearance of the young men who ate of the portion of the king's delicacy, and as you see fit, so deal with your servants.
所以12节但以理说：“求你试试仆人们10天，给我们素菜吃，白水喝。”13节，然后看看我们的面貌和王善那少年人的面貌，就照你所看的待仆人吧。
So what did this say about Daniel?
所以在这里告诉我们有关但以理的什么事？
Actually, Daniel, he's full of wisdom.
他充满了智慧。
But not only that, he also considered other people, right? He considered, other people around him also.
那他也有在替其他他周围的人来着想。
No, sometimes when you and I make determination to do something,
有的时候我们下定决心要来做一些事情，
make sure we don't hurt all the people around us.
我们也要注意到不要让我们周围的人这个得到伤害。
Why? Because sometimes to fulfill our purpose, other people around us also can be hurt.
那有的时候为了要达成我们自己的心愿，我们有可能会伤害到我们周围的人。
When I try to lose weight, for example,
那比如说我打算要减肥，
and I never want to eat later than 7 p.m. I never want to eat later than 7 p.m. because that's the worst time to eat, then you go to sleep, right?
所以我现在就是不打算就是在7点之后我就绝对不吃东西，因为你在那之后吃的话，然后之后再睡觉可能就容易在这个增重。
But when my wife and my niece come home after work around 10 p.m.,
那我太太还有我侄女，他们晚上10点之后才回家，
and they usually get very hungry,
那他们通常就很饿，
and then they're eating, right?
那他们在那里吃东西。
And if I don't eat,
那如果我不吃，
and they say, "Oh, honey, the food doesn't taste the same. You're not eating." Right?
那他就说如果亲爱的，如果你不吃的话，那这个食物就没有那么好吃了。
And my niece say, "Uncle, you have to eat with us." Right?
那我的侄女也会来说服我说你要跟我们一起吃。
I say, "No, I'm not going to eat. Right? I'm not going to
那
eat."
我就告诉他们，我绝对不吃。
If I don't do that, then when they eat their food, they don't enjoy it, right? They feel like, because I'm not eating, right?
那当然，如果我不跟他们一起吃的话，但他们在吃的时候可能就会没有办法很享受他们的晚餐。
And then when I eat with them, they get very happy.
那我如果跟他们一起吃的话，他们就很高兴。
And one other reason, the reason why they want me to eat with them, because I'm the one that's cooking things, right? Cooking for them to eat. If I don't eat, then hey, you take care of yourself, right? And they don't like that either, right?
那另外一个原因，他们希望我跟他们一起吃，是因为其实我是那个要煮给他们吃的人，所以如果我不吃的话，那就表示没有人煮给他们吃。
Of course, these are very small matters compared to what Daniel had to go through.
那当然，比起但以理他当时所经历的情况，这个都是很微不足道的事情。
But Daniel did not put, the chief of eunuchs' problem aside, he just put it aside. No, he also want to take care and give this wisdom to the chief of eunuchs to decide what he want to do.
那当然，这个但以理他并没有完全忽略掉这个太监长他所提出来他的他的疑虑，所以他就是把他提出了他的建议，然后希望这个太监长他也来想想看这样做是不是合理。
I mean, because the chief of eunuchs, he did not have the faith just like Daniel and his 3 friends.
那当然，这个太监长他并没有像这个但以理跟他3个朋友那样子一样的信心。
He does not know if Daniel and his 3 friends do not eat the meat or drink of the wine, they're going to look better than all the other young men. He didn't know that.
那这太监长当然他不会知道，如果这个但以理跟他的朋友们没有吃这些美食，没有跟着喝酒，那他们到底会怎么样？他完全没有任何这方面的信心。
But Daniel also wanted to comfort, right? Comfort the chief of eunuchs.
那但以理他当时也需要要来让太监长可以很放
And he
心，
said, you know what? Give us vegetable to eat for 7 days.
所以他就讲说，你就给我们试试看吃素菜、喝白水，就是这样试试看10天，
And only let us drink water.
就是只喝水。
I mean, think about this, right?
那我们来想想看。
Daniel, he really had great faith.
这个但以理他绝对他真的是有很大的信心。
Imagine if the chief of eunuchs, right? Chief of eunuchs, most likely he's the Babylonians, right?
那当然，这个太监长这样很可能他就是他自己是巴比伦人
And。when Daniel said, you know what, I'm not going to eat your meat, your wine, the eunuch could have been very upset with Daniel.
那如果但以理说我不喝你给我的酒，我也不吃你所给的饭，这个太监长也有可能会很生气。
He said, this meat is from the king's table. What, you think you're better than the king?
他大可以说这个美食美酒是从王的这个餐桌上而来，你觉得 你觉得这些菜这些酒难道不够好吗？
The wine's also from the king's table.
那这个酒呢，也是这个王的这个餐桌上而来。
Why don't you want to eat and drink this?
为什么你不吃不喝这些从王的
I mean,
餐桌上而来的食物？
The chief of eunuchs should have done, say many things, right, against Daniel.
但这个太监长其实是可以在那个当下就是来责怪但以理，
But he didn't say anything.
但是呢，他并没有这样做。
And you can see Daniel also cared about the chief of eunuchs.
那我们可以看得到但以理他也有在考虑。
So say after 10 days in verse 13,
但以理也有考虑他的立场。所以
let
我们
our
看13节，
appearance be examined.
他说看我们来看看我们的面貌。
So we know that after they were examined, you can see that Daniel's 3 friends, they look fatter and more healthier than those who eat from the drinks and drink from the king's delicacies.
所以就是要来检视，就是在10天之后看看但以理跟他的3个朋友，他们的面貌是不是比起其他吃王膳的人看起来要更加的健康。
Verse 15, right?
第
Verse
15
15.
节。
And at the end of 10 days, their feature appeared better and fatter in flesh than all the young men who ate the portion of the king's delicacy.
所以在第15节，过了10天之后，见他们的面貌比用王膳的一切少年人更加俊美肥胖。
Nowadays, eating healthy is so important.
那现在呢，这个吃健康食物是很重要的。
And we know that a certain food that we eat can maybe have a lot of nutrition or has a lot of fat or whatever it is.
那很多的食物，我们可能在吃的时候，其实就是食物是有很多的营养，或者是可能里头有很多的这个脂肪，或者是其他不必要的东西。
Sometimes we don't want to eat this, sometimes we don't want to eat that.
那有的时候我们会挑剔这个不吃那个不吃。
I remember when I want to stay in good shape, I counted every calories, right, that I'm eating.
那我记得我在这个节食的时候，我在所有我吃的东西，我都要去计算它的这个卡路里有多少。
Then I became so stressed out from thinking, and trying to see what kind of food I eat. And then I just gave up. I think not to have stress and eat what you want is better than to have stress and try to eat this and eat that, right?
所以在那个过程当中，我反而就是增加了我很多心理的负担。因为我每次要吃一个东西之前，我都要经过很多的计算跟考虑。所以后来一段时间以后，我就放弃了，因为
But of
真的
course,
很难做到。
before they say, fish is much better than meat. Now fish is full of what? What is it? Yeah, mercury, right? Now fish is full of mercury. Don't eat fish from here. Don't eat fish from there. You're so stressed out. What you can eat? We just eat and pray over it. That's it, right? At the end.
以前有一段时间，人家说这个要少吃肉，就是肉类，可是要多吃这个鱼。可是现在呢，又说鱼里头可能又含重金属，或者是有一些其他不好的东西，所以这个也不能吃，那个也不能吃。所以到后来我就想，那就随便吧，就不想吃完祷告就没事了。
So just like yesterday, I wanted squid, right? So my wife went to Ranch 99 saying, honey, can you get me some squid and then do a ginger and scallion for me to eat before I come here, right? She said, no, squid is no good. You have no idea where they came from. And it's not healthy for you. This and that. Like, what?
那就像昨天我跟我太太说，可不可以去买一些鱿鱼，right？可不可以买一些鱿鱼？那我太太说，这个鱿鱼不要吃，有这些不好的这些好处，所以有一些很不好的一些东西在里头，所以
Yeah. So actually, we just do our best to eat as healthy as possible, but at the end, actually, God the one to determine how healthy we are, right? How whatever we as long as you and I have faith. But of course, we have to do our part too, right? Try to eat as healthy as we can.
那我们只能做到的就是尽我们自己能够做到的范围之内，就是吃健康的食物，那其他的就交托给神，那让神来这个祝福带领。
But in Daniel's situation, he knew that this food and this drink most likely offered to the idols. That's why he didn't want it.
那当然，在但以理当时的情况，他知道这些有在王的这个餐桌上的食物，基本上全部都是已经拜过偶像的，所以他才会坚持他的原则。
And he ate only vegetable and drink water, but he looks much healthier.
那他虽然只有吃素菜，只有喝白水，可是他之后呢，看起来比其他这些少年人还要这个面貌这个俊美。
As long as you and I determined to put God first in our lives.
那有的时候没有办法很容易的把神放在我们生命当中的第一位。
God will take care of us in every aspect of our lives.
那只要我们能够把神看作最重要的，神绝对会在我们的日常生活当中来祝福。
And Daniel's determination not only lasts a few days,
那这个但以理他要下着决心的这个就是这几天。
it lasted many, many years.
不是只有几天，而是他的这个决心，他所立志要做的事情，其实是一个就是好几年长的一个
Let's read verse 17 and verse 19.
我们看17节到19节。
As for these 4 young men, God gave them knowledge and skill in all literature and wisdom, and Daniel had understanding of vision and dreams. Verse 19.
19
Then the king interviewed them, and among them all, none was found like Daniel, Hananiah, Mishael, and Azariah. Therefore, they served before the king.
是17节，这4个少年人，神在各样文字学问上，赐给他们聪明知识，但以理又明白各样的异象与梦兆。然后跳到第19节，王与他们谈论，见少年人中无一人能比但以理、哈拿尼亚、米沙利、亚撒利亚，所以留他们在王面前侍立。
So not only physically that God has control over us to be healthy or not healthy, but we do our best.
那其实就是不仅仅是我们的这个身体这个健康不健康这方面，神他在看顾带领。
But when it comes to wisdom, knowledge, and understanding, it's also in the hands of God.
那就算我们来讲我们的这些聪明知识这些各方面的才能，这些也都是掌握在神的手中。
So when the king interviewed, this Daniel and his 3 friends, they say they were 10 times smarter than anyone in his realm. How can it be possible? Maybe their time only 19 years old, right? 20 years old. That is it.
所以当时王跟这些所有的少年人来这个讨论或者是谈话，他们但以理跟他的3个朋友居然比其他所有的这些少年人都要聪明10倍，所以这是怎么有可能做得到呢？如果单就他们自己的能力是没有办法做到的。
That's why in verse 19, then the king interviewed them, and among them all, none was found like Daniel and his 3 friends. This is really supernatural, right? It's just without God's grace, without God's guidance, no way they can be these wonderful 4 young men.
所以在19节这边讲，王跟他们谈论，见少年人中无一人能够与跟他们4个人来相比，所以这个是神所赐给他们特别的聪明才智。
So that's why, for us, the chosen people of God, especially for the younger people,
那我们现在身为神的选民，尤其是这些青年，神主内的青年。
in school we try our best.
那我们在学校要尽我们所能，
At work we try our best.
那在工作上我们也要尽我们
But
最
we
大的努
always
力。
put God first in our lives.
那我们要把神放在我们的第一位，
Because wisdom and understanding is all from God.
因为所有的智慧，所有的这些才能都是从神而
And if
来
we。are faithful to God,
如果我们对神能够忠心，
God will be faithful to us.
那神也会对我们非常的
And
照
another
顾
thing that I was thinking about here, when the king interviewed, Daniel and his 3 friends,
那另外一点就是对不起，王跟但以理还有他的3个朋友来这个谈论。
and I'm sure that the king was very proud of the chief of eunuchs, right? How he trained him so well, right?
那我想这个王一定对于这个太监长的这个表现非常的满意，因为看起来太监长把这些年轻人带得非常好。
And I'm sure the chief of eunuch also will receive praises from the king, right? For these 4 young men.
那我相信太监长也因为这4个特殊的年轻人的表现，也得到很多王的赞赏。
And why? Because the chief of eunuchs also involved in this transformation, right? By being moved by God.
那我们也看得出来，太监长在这个过程当中，他也是他受到神的感动，然后也是有办法来，就是他有得到从中得到了一些好处跟祝福。
And we know God's blessing is not only during the time of King Nebuchadnezzar.
那我们知道神的祝福不是只有在这个尼布甲尼撒王在位期间。
Let's read chapter 2, verse 48.
我们看第2章48节，
2:48.
第2章。
Then the king
48
promoted
节
Daniel and gave him many great gifts, and he made him rule over the whole province of Babylon, and chief administrator over all the wise men of Babylon.
第48节，第2章48节，于是王高抬但以理，赏赐他许多上等礼物，派他管理巴比伦全省，又立他为总理，掌管巴比伦的一切哲事。
Can you imagine, right, a foreigner being in charge of the whole realm beside the king himself, right?
我们能不能想象一个这个外国人，他有办法能够被给予这些所有的这个权利来掌管国内一切的事务，就是除了就是一人之下万人之上的这样子一个位置。
Because God was with him.
因为神与他同在。
So that's why if you and I want to be successful in life,
所以我们如果今天想要在生活当中能够过得很顺遂，
first you and I must be successful in God.
我们必须要在神的面前能够得到神的喜爱。
In terms of relationship with him.
那就是我们跟神之间能够保持好的
If you
关
and I
系。
are good with God,
我们如果跟神能够为好，
then God will bless with everything that our heart desire.
那他就会来祝福我们所有的一切。
I'm sure Daniel did not want to be, be in charge of the whole realm of Babylonia or be blessed with all the gold and all the silver, all the riches, but God blessed him with all those things also.
那我相信这个但以理并不在意他是不是真的能够有这样子的这个权利，可以掌管巴比伦全国的一切，或者是享受所有的这个金银财宝。可是这是神额外加给他的。
And Daniel did not complain. Right?
那但以理他也没有
When he
埋怨
received。the gold, the silver, this and that, he didn't complain.
那他接受到这个金银财宝，
But
这
that's
个
not his main purpose.
他没有抱怨，当然这也不是他想他所期待要得到的。
His main purpose always put God first.
那他所要做到，他所立志的呢，是要能够把神放
Then
在第
everything
一位。
else happen is really up to God.
那其他这些附加的这些好处，这些都是出于神。
So let's go to chapter 5, verse 29.
我们看第5章29节，
Belshazzar also gave so many things to Daniel.
这个伯沙撒王他也把很多的好处也给但以理。
Verse 29 says, Then Belshazzar gave the command, and they clothed Daniel with purple and put a chain of gold around his neck and make a proclamation concerning him that he should be the third ruler in the kingdom.
所以29节，第5章29节，伯沙撒下令，人就把紫袍给但以理穿上，把金链给他戴在颈项上，又传令使他在国中列位第3。
This is also quite amazing, right?
这也是让人觉得非常不可思议的事情。
When King Nebuchadnezzar is gone, it seemed like Daniel's life is going to be in chaos.
那这个尼布甲尼撒王这个过去之后，可能你会想象说，这个但以理可能他的这个地位就难保了。
But God was still there.
但是呢，神还是在那
And
里，
he took care of Daniel.
他还是非常的照看但以理。
And that's why Belshazzar pretty much, put purple and chain of gold around his neck. It's very interesting. He looks like a pimp or something now, right? With this purple, I can't picture that, but that's what they say, right? Purple robe, right? And chain around his neck. Right?
所以这个伯沙撒这个继位的王呢，他就是把这个紫袍给他穿上，然后戴金链在他头上。我没办法想象到底这是一个什么样的景象，不过就是知道这大概就是一个很高的一个荣誉。
And also, let's go to chapter 6,
我们再看第6章
verse 1 to verse 3.
第1节到第3节。
Say here, it pleases Darius to set over the kingdom 120 satraps to be over the whole kingdom. Verse 2.
第2节，
And over these 3 governors, of whom Daniel was one, that the satrap might give account to them, so that the king would suffer no loss. Verse 3.
第3，
Then this Daniel distinguished himself above the governors, the satrap, because an excellent spirit was in him, and the king gave thought to setting him over the whole realm. See how beautiful this is. Now, King Belshazzar is gone, and now it seems like everything is in chaos again, but God was never gone. God was there with Daniel through the whole way.
所以第6章第1节到第3节这里所记载的，就是在甚至伯沙撒王过去，然后在新的王在上任大利乌王，你可能又会觉得说呀，可能在那时候但以理是不是又有一些可能的一些困难，因为他是不是在这时候他的地位是不是就受到威胁？可是其实不是的，因为神继续的来看顾他。
We can see that King Darius also want to set him over the whole realm. For us, when we read this, it seems just a very simple thing. But remember during that time, right, all the different kings, all different leaders, all different captivity. Daniel is a foreigner in all this area.
所以大利乌王他还是想要重用这个但以理，所以我们必须要想象这个经历这个改朝换代，这个但以理他身为一个外国人，他居然他的身份还有他所有的权利居然都还是非常的坚固，都没有受到动摇。
Just like come to United States and then you serve 4 different presidents, right? You're like the vice president or the House Speaker, whatever, right? And all 4 presidents, you're still there. I mean, that's unbelievable, right? Because a new person come up as a president, he bring his own people, right? And he get rid of all our people. But Daniel was there for 4 different kings. This is really God's grace.
那我们可能可以想象，就是说，或许我们身为一个这个外国人，那如果我们这个在位就是来这个跟总统做事情，或者是在很高的这个位置上，可是通常你改朝换代，换一个新的这个总统或者是新的王上来的时候，通常他们都会带他们自己的幕僚，他们有他们自己所信任的人，可是对但以理来讲，他都没有被这些新的王所替换掉，然后他一样的都是这个高居在一个这个非常有权威的一个位置上。
Then let's go to chapter 6, verse 28.
我们看第6章第28节。
So this Daniel prospered in the reign of Darius and in the reign of Cyrus the Persian.
如此，这但以理当大利乌王在位的时候，如波斯王塞鲁士在位的时候，大享亨通。
You know, when you and I read this story about Daniel, without God, it's impossible to accomplish what he had accomplished.
所以我们读这段，我们就知道，如果没有神，我们绝对没有办法做到像这个但以理他能够做到的这所有一切。
But it's possible because God was with him.
那因为神跟他同在，所以这一切就成为可能。
The reason why God was with him through all the years because he made this determination.
那他之所以能够得到神在这么多年来的这个祝福，那是因为但以理他立了志。
That he will always put God first.
他总是会把神放在他的
No
第一
matter
位。
what worldly kings he's serving, but the true king he serves is God himself.
那不论世上有多少的王，那他在那里服侍，但他心中唯一真正的王是神。
And I think a lot of our brothers and sisters also experience this.
我相信很多的弟兄姐妹一样有同样的经历。
When we put God first in our lives,
当我们把神放在第一位，
and every aspect of our lives become very, peaceful, become very joyful.
那我们生活上的所有的事情就会变成的非常的平安，非常的顺利。
Even though we don't desire to have much, but God bless us with abundance.
或许我们并没有对生活上的东西，各种事上的东西没有什么样的期待，可是神还是给我们很多的祝福。
So may you and I learn from Daniel and his 3 friends
希望我们可以从但以理跟他的3个朋友当中学习。
that no matter, kings will come and go, but the true king's always going to be with us.
那不论世上的王，今天是什么王，明天是什么新的王，那我们的心里永远都要有这一位这个神在心中做我们永远的王。
If Daniel put King Nebuchadnezzar before God,
如果但以理把尼布甲尼撒王放在比神还要高的位置，
then when Nebuchadnezzar died, then what happened to Daniel?
那所以如果当时尼布甲尼撒王如果死了，那但以理该怎么办？
The same thing with Belshazzar, the same thing with Darius, the same thing with Cyrus, right? All these is just worldly kings. One day they will die, and that's what happened.
那就像伯沙撒王，或者是像这个塞鲁士王，或者是所有这些王都一定会他们会过去。
But the true king, our Lord Jesus Christ, is always going to be there.
但我们的这真正的王耶稣基督，他会永远
Since the
都
day
在。
we are born, then the day we're going to die, he will always be there.
那从我们出生的那天到我们死的那天，神他永远都会在
So。you and I should always put him first.
我们需要把神永远放在第一位。
Let's bow and pray in
我们
silence.
请同心低头默祷。
Amen.
阿门。
Let's take a break
我们休
for
息
10 minutes.
10分钟。